This is a standard therapeutic emulsion, a common clinical tool used in modern pharmacies to treat severe burns and skin irritation. The molecular structure of this cream was first engineered nearly 2,000 years ago. It was developed by Galen of Pergamos, who served as the personal physician to the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. To a passing Roman soldier, Galen's workbench of pounded willow bark and pressed rose oil looked like a collection of mystical potions. In practice, Galen used these vials to study how raw ingredients changed state when heated, pounded, or mixed. He viewed the human body as a closed-loop system governed by 4 primary fluids: blood, phlegm, black bile, and yellow bile. When these fluids fell out of equilibrium, Galen believed it caused the systemic tissue degradation seen in disease. Treating these imbalances required engineering stable, shelf-ready medications from raw botanical sources. This approach was tested in the gladiator arena, where Galen was tasked with healing the mangled flesh of those wounded in combat. The extreme trauma of these wounds forced Galen to look past standard oil-based salves and develop a stable biphasic emulsion. At the time, the Roman medical standard relied on pure oil-based salves for primary wound triage. These salves suffered from immediate chemical instability. When pure lipids are exposed to oxygen, they quickly rancidify, making them ineffective for long-term clinical use. Beyond shelf life, these oils presented a physical problem. Lipids act as dense thermal insulators. When a monolithic oil layer is applied over an infected wound, the thermal energy radiating from the tissue cannot escape. The heat hits the oil barrier, reflecting back into the body. This trapped heat accelerates inflammation, causing the infection to worsen beneath the protective layer. Galen needed a compound that could seal a wound without trapping the heat radiating from the injury. Galen hypothesized that introducing pure water into the barrier would provide necessary cooling for the tissue. However, water and oil naturally repel each other. When combined, they separate immediately, presenting a fundamental chemical problem known as immiscibility. To force these fluids to combine, Galen used 3 ingredients: molten beeswax, olive oil, and pure water. He first infused the olive oil into the molten beeswax to create a base lipid phase. When water is first added to this mixture, it remains separate, sinking to the bottom of the container. Galen solved the separation by applying continuous high-speed mechanical agitation. The rapid whipping motion of the pestle generates intense shear force within the fluid. This physically tears the water layer into microscopic droplets. As the mixture is whipped and the temperature drops, the beeswax begins to solidify, permanently locking the scattered water droplets in place. He called this formulation Seratum Galeni, known today as cold cream. By utilizing mechanical force, Galen engineered a state where water and oil remained permanently suspended in a stable biphasic matrix. Applying this emulsion to a gladiator's scorched skin initiated a specific thermodynamic reaction. First, the heat from the inflamed tissue transfers directly into the emulsion. The heat of the body targets the microscopic water droplets trapped within the wax. This energy causes the water to rapidly vaporize. As the vapor escapes, it pulls the heat out of the tissue. This results in a sudden drop in skin temperature, neutralizing the inflammation. Once the water has evaporated, the structural wax matrix remains on the skin. This remaining layer acts as a physical shield, protecting the wound from external contaminants while the tissue cools. The ingenious design functions as a microscopic cooling engine, actively drawing out heat while simultaneously sealing the vulnerable injury from airborne infection. Galen meticulously recorded this compounding formula in his Greek journals. This blueprint outlived the Roman Empire, eventually moving into the pharmacies of the Islamic world. Medieval apothecaries translated his texts, adopting the emulsion as a clinical standard for treating burns. While modern medicine eventually moved past Galen's theory of the 4 humors, it kept his material science. His work established the foundation for a discipline known as galenical formulation. This is the study of processing, stabilizing, and compounding raw ingredients into medications that can be safely delivered to a patient. Today, that manual process has been scaled into the massive mixing tanks of the global pharmaceutical industry. These industrial vats produce the perfectly stable creams and medications found on contemporary shelves. The physics of forcing water and oil together remains the same as it was in the 2nd century. Every time a lab technician engineers a therapeutic cream, they are executing a mechanical script written by an imperial doctor in ancient Rome. Ancient people were master engineers. Subscribe to Ancient Archive Blueprints as we explore more master designs from the past.